By this point, most of us are familiar with Rockstar's marketing strategy. Don't say a single word for literal years, delay the game a few times, and drop a trailer and screenshots periodically to make everyone happy. And despite what you might think of the admittedly controversial approach Rockstar has taken this time around with GTA 6, no one can deny that Rockstar undoubtedly has had some of the most unique and creative marketing strategies throughout the years with GTA. Creating one-of-one custom cars, wanted posters around an entire city, and even adding 5 random fans to GTA 5. So while we all wait for the 27th and the reveal of the extended look of GTA 6, I thought it would be fun to take a look back at some of the coolest and most unique ways that Rockstar has promoted GTA releases in the past. Starting with one that involved a bunch of lucky fans getting added to GTA 5 in a very strange way. Back in 2012, when Rockstar was getting ready to release the much anticipated GTA 5, they created a secret parody Twitter account for the well-known but quite unexplored Epsilon program at this point. For previous releases such as San Andreas and GTA 4, they made dozens of parody websites at the time, with the Epsilon program being one of them, but this was their first time attempting a Twitter account. For the next year, the account would begin periodically tweeting popular cult phrases that would go on to become famous from the Epsilon side missions once the game came out. The account would even begin replying to random fans' questions, though being careful not to reveal too much about the game or the cult the account was meant to portray in typical Rockstar fashion. But while this account worked well to stir up rumors about the game, the real intrigue came from the accompanying website that Rockstar had set up for the Epsilon program as well. The website featured the 12 tenets of Kiflam, a description of how to join, testimonials from other members, which even featured someone from Ohio, which I've never seen mentioned in the GTA universe before, contact info, and an address to send them money. However, on this website on April 29th of 2013, just 4 months from launch, Rockstar announced a casting call on the Epsilon website that would see 5 fans have their likeness added to GTA 5 as an Epsilon member. Rockstar had actually done a very similar contest for the release of Max Payne 3 as well, which were later added during the Painful Memories DLC about 6 months after launch. For GTA 5, however, all you had to do was go to the form on the Epsilon website, submit your name, email, and a picture of yourself, and 5 random people would be chosen to have a look-alike character added to the game. News articles and publications immediately covered this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for fans, and while it's unclear how many submissions Rockstar actually got, I wouldn't be surprised to find that it's over 10,000. So after Rockstar somehow managed to go through every applicant, on September 6th of 2013, a new teaser website was launched called cultstoppers.com, which was aimed to warn people about the Epsilon program in the game world. This website would also make an appearance in the actual game as well, but on this website, you can find 5 people that were believed to be abducted by the cult, and these 5 people are the winners of the contest. Amir and Haley from the United States, Yosha from Germany, Tiana from Australia, and Jesse from the United States as well. A little while after the release of the game, people even managed to find the original submitted pictures of each contestant that was selected to prove that this wasn't just some random designs. And so while they may not have been actual NPCs, it's pretty cool that these fans still got to see themselves in one of Rockstar's greatest games ever made. Now, when it came to the release of GTA 4 back in 2008, Rockstar had a lot of cool marketing moves for us to see. They made a bunch of teaser websites, had murals and hand-painted pictures all across the city, and even gave GTA 4 themed pizza boxes to different pizza parlors to send to their customers. But the coolest thing I saw during the GTA 4 campaign were the wanted posters. To coincide with the release of GTA 4's Trailer 3 in late December of 2007, wanted posters of various GTA 4 characters began popping up all across New York City. There was one for Nico, Little Jacob, Elizabetta, Vlad, and a few other characters as well. They'd be placed near nightclubs or on street poles, with a lot of them mostly congregated around video game stores in the area. The posters featured a picture of the wanted character, a description of them, and what crimes they had been involved in, and at the very bottom was even an email for you to send tips to the LCPD. When the news of these posters began popping up around New York and people taking pictures of them, a lot of people wanted to go and find one for themselves so they could keep it. But Rockstar knew that would happen, and so one of the coolest aspects of these posters was that Rockstar had actually provided a free PDF download for anyone to print out their own posters if they'd like, whether to keep for themselves or to put up around their own cities. And as a fun little fact, it also seems like Rockstar themselves kept this file around, since they would later go on to add these posters of Nico as an Easter egg in GTA 5. So while we aren't entirely sure what the marketing for GTA 6 will look like past August 27th, this type of guerrilla marketing is something I think we could expect to start seeing around Miami in the near future. If there's one thing that Rockstar and GTA are known for, especially when it comes to their marketing strategy, is their cool collectibles. GTA easily has some of the most unique and over-the-top collectibles that you could think of. BMX bikes, baseball bats, and not to mention nearly every item that came out for GTA Vice City. And while all of that stuff is very cool, nothing even comes close to when Rockstar decided to make one-of-one special cars. About 2 weeks prior to the launch of GTA 5, Rockstar commissioned the folks over at West Coast Customs to create a real-life one-of-one Bravado Banshee for a giveaway. The base of this car was a 2006 Dodge Viper SRT10 fitted with a custom-built body kit to match the in-game Banshee, and topped off with GTA and Rockstar insignias across the entire vehicle. This insane giveaway worked wonders for promotion of GTA 5, as it's not every day you see a company giving away a car for their marketing, let alone one based on a car within the game's universe. Given the unprecedented nature of a marketing giveaway this big, it was estimated that the car would be worth somewhere around $180,000. In order to win, all you had to do was make qualifying purchases as a GameStop Power-Up Rewards member. While there was no doubt over 100,000 entries, the car would end up being won by a woman named Sherry Parker from North Carolina, who was selected after her son had used her card to pre-order GTA 5. After Sherry won, the car would pass hands multiple times over the years, where it would eventually end up in the hands of a collector in the United States. And if you've watched my video on the rarest collectibles in GTA's history, the collector's car warehouse would actually be used for a scene in Better Call Saul, where the Banshee can be seen for a brief moment in the background. Most people are familiar with this car, as it is widely regarded as one of the most rare collector's items in GTA's history. But as I was made aware of a while ago by an email from a fan, there's a good chance that there could be one that is equally or even more rare than this. Over 25 years ago, all the way back in 2001, the marketing for GTA 3 was well underway, and so magazines began promoting a giveaway that hadn't been done before this point. The giveaway would see a single person win a one-of-one Liberty City themed taxi cab. Unfortunately, this was only ever featured in magazines and promotional material in Germany, and so it went relatively unnoticed in the community for some time. And unfortunately, this seems to have been a huge detriment to the history of this car, because beyond what I've just told you, there is almost nothing else that we know about it. We have a really good idea that the giveaway was at least real, given that it's featured on multiple different sets of advertising for the game, but no winner has ever come forth, no picture has ever been posted of it, and we definitely have no idea where it might be today. I even went as far as to ask Obey Vermage if he had any info regarding the cab, but as a developer of the game and not a part of the marketing, that ultimately fell short as well. The person who emailed me originally was even able to get in contact with GTA series videos, and they believe that this is simply a lost collectible due to the times. 2001 wasn't an era where everything was posted or archived online, so it's very likely that this car exists, but it will likely remain lost forever. But if the giveaway did see a winner, and the car is out there somewhere, then this would undoubtedly be the rarest item that Rockstar Games has ever produced. Back in the late 90s, before Grand Theft Auto was a household name like it is today, They had to make a name for themselves in the industry somehow, and the way they did this was by making one of the biggest marketing gambles in gaming history. With the release of the original GTA back in 1997, Rockstar, then known as DMA Design, knew that they had a good game on their hands. But, as I said, they didn't have the luxury of the GTA name to carry the game to success. With a game full of shootouts, taking out civilians, and shooting at cops, they were prepared for the reception of the game to be mostly negative upon release. But since they struggled somewhat to sell copies at the very beginning, they needed to make a bold strategy to help promote the game. That is when they decided to enlist the help of the PR manager known as Max Clifford. Clifford's job was easy. All he had to do was create the most amount of controversy and uproar about the violent actions portrayed in GTA in order to get people's attention. He went to every publication, news outlet, and activist that he could find to detail to them exactly what you could do in GTA. Kill cops, run over pedestrians, blow up cars, everything that the general public found egregious and unnecessary back in the late 90s. These publications then did exactly what Clifford had hoped and proceeded to write damning articles about the grotesque and cruel things that are portrayed within GTA, even going as far as to get the game talked about in the House of Lords, debating the ethics behind violent video games like GTA. The plan that Rockstar had was very risky. On one hand, the backlash would definitely get more people familiar with GTA and the contents of its game. But on the other hand, there was the chance that the backlash would stop people from buying the game entirely. Luckily for Rockstar, however, this plan worked better than they could have ever hoped. While parents and old heads were busy tearing the game apart, it was doing nothing but promoting the game to the younger audience that Rockstar was hoping to capture. This frankly insane marketing strategy managed to get the game to sell over 700,000 copies just shortly after release, and over 3.5 million copies a few years after the game's launch. And what's crazy is that when you think about it, the success from this game and this marketing strategy is what has allowed Rockstar to go on to create a bunch more titles like GTA 2, GTA 3, and GTA Vice City. And who knows? Without the work of Clifford and the controversy he helped stir almost 30 years ago, it's very likely that we might not have the iconic series that we know today. If you guys enjoyed that little blast from the past, then feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and consider becoming a member. You get access to videos early, and it really supports the channel. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.